272. Would you like summer? Taste of ours, spices? Buy here. Ill. We have berries for the parching. Weary, furloughs of down. Perplexed, estates of violet. Trouble never looked on. Captive, we bring reprieve of roses. Fainting, flasks of air, even for death, a fairy medicine. But which is it, sir? 273. Perhaps you think me stooping. I'm not ashamed of that. Christ stooped until he touched the grave. Do those at sacrament. Commemorate dishonor, or love annealed of love, until it bend as low as death, redignified above? 274. Again, his voice is at the door. I feel the old degree. I hear him ask the servant for such an one as me. I take a flower as I go, my face to justify. He never saw me in this life. I might surprise his eye. I cross the hall with mingled steps. I, silent, pass the door. I look on all this world contains, just his face, nothing more. We talk in careless and in toss, a kind of plummet strain, each sounding shilly, just how deep the other's one had been. We walk, I leave my dog at home. A tender, thoughtful moon goes with us, just a little way, and then we are alone. Alone, as if angels are alone. First time they try the sky. Alone, if those veiled faces be, we cannot count on high. I'd give to live that hour again, the purple in my vein. But he must count the drops himself, my price for every stain. 275. Should you but fail at sea, in sight of me, or doomed lie, next sun to die, or rap at paradise unheard, I'd harass God until he let you in. 276. Civilization spurns the leopard. Was the leopard bold? Deserts never rebuked her satin, Ethiop her gold. Tawny her customs, she was conscious, spotted her dun gown. This was the leopard's nature, Signor. Need a keeper frown? Pity the pard that left her Asia. Memories of palm cannot be stifled with narcotic, nor suppressed with bomb. 277. Going to him, happy letter. Tell him the page I didn't write. Tell him I only said the syntax and left the verb and the pronoun out. Tell him just how the fingers hurried, then how they waited, slow, slow. And then you wished you had eyes in your pages, so that you could see what moved them so. Tell him it wasn't a practiced writer. You guessed from the way the sentence toiled. You could hear the bodice tug behind you, as if it held but the might of a child. You almost pitied it. It worked so. Tell him, no, you may quibble there, for it would split his heart to know it. And then you and I were silenter. Tell him night finished before we finished, and the old clock kept nighing day. And you got sleepy and begged to be ended. What would it hinder so to say? Tell him just how she sealed you, cautious. But if he ask where you are hid until tomorrow, happy letter, gesture coquette and shake your head. 278. A word is dead when it is said, some say. I say it just begins to live that day. 279. Of all the souls that stand create, I have elected one. When sense from spirit files away, and subterfuge is done. When that which is, and that which was, apart, intrinsic, stand. And this brief drama in the flesh is shifted like a sand. When figures show their royal front, and mists are carved away, behold the atom I preferred to all the lists of clay. 280. The world stands solemner to me, since I was wed to him. A modesty befits the soul that bears another's name. A doubt if it be fair indeed to wear that perfect pearl the man upon the woman binds, to clasp her soul for all. A prayer that it more angel prove, a whiter gift within, to that munificence that chose so unadorned a queen, a gratitude that such be true, it had esteemed the dream, too beautiful for shape to prove, or posture to redeem. 281. Me change, me alter, then I will, when on the everlasting hill a smaller purple grows at sunset, or a lesser glow flickers upon Cordillera at day's superior close. 282. We play at paste till qualified for pearl, then drop the paste and deem ourself a fool. The shapes, though were similar, and our new hands learned gem tactics, practicing sands. 283. I should have been too glad, I see, too lifted for the scant degree of life's penurious round. My little circuit would have shamed this new circumference, have blamed the homelier time behind. I should have been too saved, I see, too rescued, fear too dim to me, that I could spell the prayer I knew so perfect yesterday, that scalding one, Sabachthani, recited fluent here. Earth would have been too much, I see, and heaven not enough for me. I should have had the joy without the fear to justify, the palm without the cavalry, so Saviour, crucify. Defeat whets victory, they say. The reefs in old Gethsemane endear the coast beyond. 'Tis beggars banquets best define. 'Tis thirsting vitalizes wine. Faith bleats to understand. 284. The zeros taught us phosphorus. We learned to like the fire by handling glaciers when a boy, and tinder guessed by power. Of opposite to equal ought, eclipses suns imply, paralysis our primer dumb unto vitality. 285. The love a life can show below is but a filament, I know, of that diviner thing that faints upon the face of noon, and smites the tinder in the sun, and hinders Gabriel's wing. 'Tis this, in music, hints and sways, and far abroad on summer days distills uncertain pain. 'Tis this enamors in the east, and tints the transit in the west with harrowing iodine. 'Tis this invites, appals, endows, flits, glimmers, proves, dissolves, returns, suggests, convicts, enchants, than flings in paradise. 286. Dropped into the ether acre, wearing the sod gown, bonnet of everlasting laces, brooch frozen on, horses of blonde and coach of silver, baggage a strapped pearl, journey of down, and whip of diamond, riding to meet the earl. 287. While it is alive, until death touches it, while it and I lap one air, dwell in one blood, under one sacrament, show me division can split or pair. Love is like life, merely longer. Love is like death during the grave. Love is the fellow of the resurrection, scooping up the dust and chanting, "Live,